So yesterday I proposed our projects and objectives, and I asked everyone to prioritize these objectives. And we've gotten our priorities from Leela, Aeon, Ryugan, Mika, Christian, and that's it so far. And the the seven of us pretty much unanimously agree on everything. There's a couple of changes. First, in Aeon's, he mentioned the Atlan Land Trust project. Aeon, would you like to take 2 or 3 minutes to talk about that?
For sure. So we're really looking here in Colorado to create sacred space and to create a hub for ceremony and to teach people about ceremony and right relationship with the land. And so really this is just a learning center, and people will come here for a period of up to 6 months in order to be in a tiny house and live off the land, completely off the grid, and learn all about what we're doing there to harness some very specific things in this ecosystem, which is a very specific biosphere. We can grow everything from spirulina to goji berries to all kinds of really cool, yummy superfoods. And we're super interested in that. We'll also be having a medicine as well as a hemp grow there. And we have a full, basically, red carpet rollout from the county on that. So and really nobody here knows what they're doing. And so they're really processing things poorly. They really need an upgrade. And so that's part of what we could do with the Learning Center. It'll be under New Earth Solutions Ministries, and it'll be in that umbrella, which will allow us a lot of really amazing freedoms to validate certain technology, to work with different materials, etc. And this land will always be in research and development, and that is part of its purpose, as well as being a sacred land. The steward, the main owner of this land, is one of the main people at Standing Rock, building main kitchens, building dormitories, basically it down. So we have a tight connection with that, and LaDonna may become directly involved in this land and bring the Sioux Nation into this land.
Sweet. I love LaDonna. Good people right there.
That's it.
Thank you. Very cool project, brother. Looking forward to supporting. Talking about our land projects going on. So the money hasn't cleared yet, but we basically got a complete verbal yes to a little over $200,000 worth of investment to put into New Dawn. So, yeah.
Hey,
that's pretty cool, right? I'm excited about that. And then the next thing I'd like to get in, since we have pretty much collectively, there's a couple other changes here, like just kind of in the little stuff. Some of us changed like 2s to 3s, and so let's just focus on all of the one action item agendas here. What I would like now is to hear from each one of us here which one of these projects seems like the most exciting for them to work on. And then if they are open to it, a couple of them. I myself am going to be working on a handful of things here. Let's see. So I'm over here. I'm definitely working on this. So Dakota. Let's see. I'm definitely working on participation and report evaluation. You guys can type into the chat if you want to sign up for any of these while I'm doing this. Basically, I want to see who wants to sign up for what. And if you put your name next to something, let's assume you're going to put in at least like 3 to 5 hours of time a week into it, as needed. Some of them, like say voting participation, may not necessarily need that many. But let's kind of like figure out who's doing what here. All right. Food Forest Creation Services. Yeah. Let's make this bigger. Cool. Events. And What about other people in here? What do you guys want to do? Your priority report? Yeah, we got your priority report, I think, Natural. Maybe not. Natural, did your report differ greatly from any of ours?
No, it did not. No, it's about the same, but I just put it in this morning. For that.
Cool. Thank you, brother. It's great that we can all like come to such strong agreements. I think we'll keep finding that like over and over again, that there's like a best way to do things. And when you can like openly, clearly communicate with the people that you love as a group and as a collective being, we can all pretty much agree on almost everything all of the time. And that's actually like a really crazy phenomenon that's going to trip the rest of the world out because they're so used to bickering and arguing. They'll be like, how are these guys, so many of them, always agreeing on this stuff? Whoa, healing temple. So, whew. Oh yeah, of course you want to work on your project there, Natural. Good point. Let's see. Events for Ryugen. Oh, Ryugen. Oh, some other cool, interesting news. So, we recently went and checked out a $1.5 million event center located right outside of Santa Fe, and the owner is relatively aligned. And if we can come up with a good business plan, he'll let us use the space rent-free for a share of the revenue as long as we can produce enough revenue. So I would love to start talking to Cosmic Carnival. And if things don't work out at that particular venue, then I think that they'll work out at one of our other dozen venues. And I'm really interested in moving forward with Cosmic Carnival. When can we talk to them, Ryugen? Do you want to talk about that for a moment? How do we move forward?
For sure. So I need to hit up my tribe. We're called Cosmic Consciousness Tribe, and we haven't had a focused meeting in a minute. So I need to see where everybody in my tribe is at. But we're looking to do a festival soon, and it's going to be probably a 2-day thing, because this will be our first overnight event. Normally we've just been doing full day on things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if the space aligns and we can all get out there, then that would work perfectly. I think one of the first places that we can immediately start facilitating at would be your space out, or our space out in Joshua Tree. I think that would be, because it's
our space. That's right. Yeah, I would love to facilitate your tribe having parties over there, please. That sounds amazing.
For sure. Yeah, I'm totally about it. And yeah, I'll get in contact with my tribe soon and see when we can all get a meeting in, and then I will definitely bring it into the collective consciousness of doing that.
Way cool. Thank you, brother.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Okay. So if I didn't get all of these down, we can, I'm going to actually copy this and then make it editable and then put it on the announcements. So please fill in. Perfect. What happened to the website? Michael asks. It's working. I think we've gotten almost 2,000 hits or something, and closer to 400 email signups, and then so far only 4 mentorship appointments though. So our filter is obviously working really well. I know a huge part of that is the second day we went online, it went offline because someone updated a plugin without checking plugin compatibility. And so what I found statistically, when we have a huge rush, like I put out an email blast out or we do a new campaign, usually it takes 3 to 5 days for someone to actually sign on to it. And statistically, we can actually see that they often will revisit the website every day for 3 to 5 days, and then some of them will sign up after that. So I'm not surprised at these stats, but I'll bet you a lot of people logged in yesterday and they found out it didn't work. So we kind of like lost a good bit of that energy that we created, but that's okay because honestly, the Thunderclap's kind of like a parlor trick. It's a fun game that like gets people involved. And the most important part about it is that we got 350 people to simply say yes to who we are and what we are. That's more important than all the people that heard about it from them. So talking about that, we've got 4 new mentorships lined up through our new funnel system, which is way more effective than the last one. So these 4 people that actually made it through the whole system will probably be pretty epic, I bet. Speaking on that, I want to amp up our advertising campaign again.
Quick question. The
Yes.
homepage changed this morning. I wanted to implement a fix, and then I noticed that the homepage is now different. And is it intended? Because it caused some confusion on my end. Basically, the homepage seems to me different right now.
So when you say homepage, do you mean this page, the entry page? I call it. You mean the other one, the one you get?
This is different on my device. What happens if you open an incognito window?
It's different on what?
Just open a new incognito window or a new browser, or the control reload, because it seems different to me.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can give you a screenshot of what I'm seeing on my side.
Oh shit! God damn it! We need to restrict our access. Someone, I don't know who it is that is doing this, but
Feels like sabotage.
yeah. There's not many people that have access, but apparently we need to like consistently restrict that access because there's been 2 issues now. So yeah, I'm gonna have to revoke everyone's access and figure this out. That sucks. What the heck, man?
Okay, I can potentially take a screenshot. I'm currently on the phone, but maybe I can, in the chat, maybe I can upload the file. No, I can upload the file to the Slack channel, but literally on my devices, the homepage is different.
Yeah, the homepage is offline right now, so.
And can you see where it says integration and then there's like a 10% thing at the top? And there's this whole message. Yeah, there you go. You can see it on his screen.
Yeah. Wow. That's really sad.
None of the buttons work.
With
Nothing.
access codes are like messing around in our system like this. Well, I guess we've got some core grounding to do before we expand our advertising campaign. Unless we could, I mean, if we got hacked, wouldn't they just destroy everything? So
Yeah.
It has to be one of the people who has access, which is like only 6 of us, and that makes me really sad to.
By the way, I should openly take the blame because previously it was me installing the plugin. I actually had to update a single file and then it failed. So then I installed a plugin to fix it, and I couldn't predict that the simple change to a file is just making such a disastrous consequences. And it just feels to me like, heaven falling, that was a dreadful experience when I realized that it was my change, and I am just so terribly sorry because it shouldn't happen. But it also shows us how everything is fragile. Like, it's so sensitive. Like, one change here is triggering so many unintended consequences. And my general suggestion for the website and for the hosting is using a GitHub, because WordPress, you have permissions and it's basically closed to source. The data is hidden behind on the servers. I think that our website is very simple. It's basically some static HTML, and we should have source code of the website open source to host it on GitHub. And GitHub is a very popular platform for collaboration among programmers.
I'm open to considering a shift after we figure out how to make it work in WordPress. Looking here at the front page, and this code looks good.
Can I share my page so you can see what it looks like on my screen?
Yeah, we saw it earlier, right? Where it's just like nothingness, like.
No, it's something. Let me. Yeah.
All right.
So this is what I see. Can you see that?
No, we can't see anything, Aeon. Your video probably has to be on.
Oh, here we go. So we want to go desktop, right? There we go. Now you can see it?
Yeah.
So this is what I see. This is my front page. And then when you click on this, it crashes. And then this goes nowhere and just comes right back. Nothing works. And I don't know what all this wording's about, but it doesn't have anything that would tell.
This Ray wrote this. This is Ray's work, at least on this page, but it should be coming up on the entry page.
Gotcha.
The only thing I could think of, like assuming there's no malicious intent, is Matt was updating plugins again and it fucked something up, because this is actually a really complicated website we have here. It's not.
I talked to Matt about it first thing this morning. And he didn't have any concept of it. He thought it was something you had done last night.
Then the only other person with access is Raymond Powell. So I'll have to go talk to him about that.
Okay.
Man, that's fucking. Ugh. We'll address more of that later. I'm going to get on that first thing after this. So
and I would assume we could reset our page back. I would assume that's what WordPress allows you to do. I've done it before with websites.
Yeah, well, the thing is the entry page is still the same. So it's like, what the freak? I'm just going to talk to our web guy who helped us so far and maybe hit up Ray too and see what the heck is going on. And then I think we should just like basically cancel any kind of advertising campaigns we're doing for at least a week, because the fact that it's been down now for more of the time than it's been up is ridiculous. We obviously need to get our shit together before we do any more advertising. But I'll be on that. In the meantime, I'm going to create a, let's do it right now. Let's see. Make a copy. ASC. So I'm going to put this into our shared chat room here. I know I missed I missed adding a couple of people, so I'm going to make an editable link and share it into our Zoom. If you guys want to add yourselves anywhere that you are excited to participate, we'll then be able to evaluate what additional skills we need to get our items done, and or we'll need to reprioritize. So does that make sense? So I'm basically by the end of today or by next meeting. Oh, can I not chat? What's going on here? So by the end of next meeting, I would like to have all of our #1 agenda items having at least one person participating in them, right? So either that or we need to change their priority, because if no one's working on them, they're obviously not priority 1, right? So, and actually, I really ideally, like we have like at least 3 people working on every single one of these things. Yeah. So let's figure that out among who's here, and then let's post to the group and see where maybe people that aren't project leaders would like to get inspired or activated. And then the next point I would like to see a series of spreadsheets that detail action points. So like, like what are we doing to work on this? What's happening there? Or is it pegged? Is that like a future priority? Because I did put that as #2. So for anything you signed up on, I would like you to either like come up with an action point, at least one, that we can work on tomorrow or even today. And if we can't work on it tomorrow or today, bench it as a priority 2 or a priority 3.
Got it.
And then by the time we meet tomorrow, we should have action items and project leaders for every priority 1 agenda item. Yes. Does that make sense with everyone?
Yes.
Way cool. So this was a relatively short meeting. I want to open it up just for like conversation anyone wants to have. Thoughts, questions, stories?
Yes.
Yeah, what's up, Michael? How you doing?
Yes. I was mentioning that in the Slack chat room, and where we have a spreadsheet with the resources and votes and the governance. And what is worrying me that you have orders of magnitude more points than everyone else combined. And I believe that you have superpowers, like your energy, your vision. That I am a guy who has a day job, who has family, 2 kids, and my projects, and I actually see power in you. That I am a follower of your little cult out there, and at the same time, when I see that you actually have decisive power in all regards. So I would like to think about the ways that 460K of resource shares and accounting for your decades of experience, everyone in this room has decades of experience, and it should be somehow balanced.
I agree with that, absolutely. So let me talk about my perspective with that for a moment, Michael. Let's see, over here. So first, we make decisions by governance shares. So resource shares don't actually matter in the decision-making process. And if you look here, I have a little more than twice as much as the second person. And if you do all of the math on our active members, I believe I have less than like a fourth of the say and everything. And as far as the resource shares go, so it's not, I didn't award myself shares simply because I have experience. I awarded them because I've been actively working for this project specifically for about 5 years. So likewise, Michael, when you've worked for this project for 5 years, you should have an equivalent number of shares. But and basically it's because of what I've brought to the table. So because of me, and without me, we wouldn't have access to about $14 million worth of property that we're actively building on. I've put over 60K of my money into these systems we're now using. I've given, a little over 15,000 hours into creating the community network, creating all of this infrastructure, and connecting us all together. I brought almost every single person to this table personally at this point. And then, wow. Right? I developed AI systems that we're using to advertise. And I'm pretty much solely responsible for our Tribe of Awakening Sovereignty Network campaign reach. And if we basically award me the same rates as everyone else, then this is the amount I get. If we're to give me less, then we are to say we're actually going to give Dakota less of a rate than we would give the rest of us. And so I feel like it wouldn't be fair. I'm open to changing it, but the reality is what I brought to the table is, I believe, mathematically equivalent to these things based on our collective award rates. So,
okay, yeah, I take this point, and honestly, I don't mind. For me, it doesn't really matter, because I'm so happy to places to grow, to these permaculture camps to be established. So it is a win-win anyway, and it is massively unlikely that I will receive any financial profit from this. I just do this for my personal satisfaction, and I believe that this is the right thing to do. I do not anticipate anything tangible in exchange. I know I want to have network of places all over the place, so wherever I go, I have my base, so I could hang out. This is my motivation. It's just like my genuine feeling, because everyone in this group has plenty of experience. Like you are dealing with a high shamans and master manifestors, starseeds, light workers from all different planets. And yeah, from my experience, people in this group are just out of this world.
Super high level, absolutely.
Okay, so I think that I am happy in the current state. I hope that you will make it fair for the future members. And let's move on.
Cool. Yeah, and just to emphasize at the very end of that, it's not I didn't award myself for my experience. I awarded myself for the impact. So likewise, if someone else comes to the collective and say they come to us with $100,000, we're going to give them a huge chunk of resource shares. Also, if someone brings to us like a multi-million-dollar artificial intelligence system, we'll give them a huge amount of resource shares. Or if they come to us with like $20 million worth of land, it's about the impact they brought rather than the experience. And right now, pretty much everyone is just bringing to the table their time, which is amazing and super valuable. But because they're bringing to us their time, we're awarding their time by the hour. And the more time they give, then the more shares they get. Thanks for your understanding in that, Michael. And in the future, you know, like we can throw this up to a vote. If, you know, as we grow, if we feel like that's a bit much, we can vote on it. So I'm open to that, and I will accept whatever our collective judgment is.
I think that it is unlikely to be challenged, because I know that me contesting these resources, this is not a popular thing to contest publicly the leader. But I think that I did the right thing, speaking from my heart, that it
Absolutely.
feels
Yeah.
a lot. And in the future it will just stand. We will just carry on moving the project forward.
Yes, thank you, Michael, for speaking up. Yeah, always respected and supported to do that. Also, I'm not the leader. I might have brought us together, but now I'm like kind of passing that on, and would very much like us all to feel just as much of the leader as I am. So it's like we're the leaders of this epic high-level super being that's like God manifested in human form, is how I like to see it anyway. Whatever you want to call that. So cool. Anyone else want to talk about something?
I think that Erica had a good point. She was saying that she thinks that we should focus on branding and get the branding tight and then take the next step.
The thing with that is that's a very specific role that I can't do.
Right. Yeah.
So, and it's like the design guys, like, you know, because we're not a corporation, I can't crack a whip over people's heads and be like, you need to get this done in 24 hours. We're going to hire someone else. It's like, I encourage them to work as much as possible. And maybe we can encourage us to collectively reach out to more design guys to get the job done. I did notice that Dan Rollins did just say on the announcements chat that he's like ready to focus on that, and he'll be here on Wednesday. So we'll encourage him while he's here to facilitate that. Absolutely. And I agree. Yeah, we need to get our branding handled. Totally, Aeon. Cool.
Hi. I have something to talk about or add. Just with the store, one of the people that helped with the store was not happy with the way we were doing it, with like adding 20% to other people's products. And I'd like to move towards, it's so sweet that we have all of the products already in the spreadsheet, but I'd like to move towards going from scratch with the new web platform and putting our store into that with like partnerships with each and every company. And then also, so I'm going to be talking to someone today, a project leader could be open to taking on that position, because it's a cool position, because there's dividends in the store and everything. But I just wanted to bring that up, just to kind of reset that and start in a good way, and so we can really be super legal and doing that in a good way.
Is it that all calls into question the legality of doing what we're already doing? Do you want to talk about that?
I think she just had a good point about the kind of mess that we would create in ordering products from others and then sending them. I just think I'd rather than like cut twice, I just want to do it right the first time. And we do have an EIN number, so we can set up wholesale accounts. We can do it the right way, and I just want to move towards shifting to that now. That's all.
And a number of the people that I'm bringing in are completely happy with setting up wholesale accounts.
Cool. Sweetness. Though generally that means if we're going to do it like that, then we need a bigger operating budget, because now we need a warehouse. Now we need to buy things in bulk wholesale.
No.
I don't think so.
It's all drop ship still. We just need to, I'm asking for support. I know Michael's here and other web designers, to get that in the new site, so we can start to upload that rather than the old WordPress with our new agreements So just support with that. But we still drop ship. It's still super simple. It's just going to be like tight and legal.
Cool. I'd also like to add, I would really like to see us at asc.store for like the end website. And I'm a little reluctant to move it into asc.ai. We're just going to have to move it again into asc.store. It's a lot of wasted work. To get that domain, it's $140, by the way, which I do have, but don't know if I want to spend it on that right now. Yeah. Any other questions, comments, queries? What's up, Natural?
Just as far as with the mentorship, with the people coming in for the meetings, is there any way that we can see their information for the meeting before the meeting comes? As far as like, cause it's just giving us their email and nothing about them or how to contact them or how to even, how we're going to schedule the meeting and what media are we going to use as well.
Yeah, so you email them a Zoom link.
Right.
What you're gonna do, and then I'll give you a ClickFunnels password, and you're gonna search through our action funnel system. Or actually, no. I found out ClickFunnels isn't really quite smart to record their data, so you're gonna have to ask them in the interview what roles they signed up for. We'll build something eventually, but I need like custom programming help to make it. Eventually, what I see is in that email. It has like all of their details and information about it, but the ClickFunnels just isn't smart enough for it. So we'll build that eventually. In the meantime, yeah, just email them a Zoom link as soon as you can, actually, like confirm it and be like, we're meeting at this time. Are you sure you can make it? Yeah, please do that.
I already sent out the email just to confirm with them. I just wanted to see if there was any way that I can find out more about them before I contact them.
Yeah, you can. I can give you the ClickFunnels password, and you can look through what if they signed up to be a technologist, or if they signed up to be an artist, or if they signed up to be a land developer. I can walk you through that if you like, and that'll help give you some connotation for the.
Right. Yeah, I think it's just. I mean, starting from scratch is okay as well. Just to gain that relationship and really hearing from their mouth, and I think that is okay as well. But eventually, being able to have that email just of each person that signed up. Hey, this is their information, just to be able to know a little bit more. But for now, I think it's cool. It's cool. We'll work with it.
Excellent, Natural. So today, I would like to meet again in an hour or two. So I'm going to get our website handled. I would like us to fill out the spreadsheet to the best of our ability. I'll post it into announcements. And if we could all spend the next hour or two working on action points that we feel like make the most sense to move on. I would like to have a list of action points with like our names next to each one to kind of like have a general overview of what's going on, what we're all doing, and how new people who aren't in this little leaders chat to tap into everything we're doing. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Way cool. What's up, Christian?
Could you share that sign-up sheet on the Slack, please?
Absolutely, Tristan.
Thank you.
Cool. Did you have something you wanted to say, Christian? Thought I saw a hand. No? All right. Cool. Well, all right, loved ones. Thanks for showing up again today. I love you all so much. Thank you for continuing to participate in this and make this a reality. I'll see you all hopefully in an hour or two. Until then.
Ciao. Bye-bye.
Ciao.